Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you. My question is for the Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Ontario's response to the global refugee crisis. And Speaker, given my own ethnocultural background and linguistic affiliations, I find asking this question particularly poignant and urgent. As I said yesterday in caucus regarding Premier Wynn's commitments, whether she's on the right side of politics, the right side of history, or just on the right side, I salute her leadership. Speaker, Ontario has always welcomed people fleeing war, famine, and persecution. With our 2013 Newcomer Settlement Program, we accept over 80,000 people annually. I respectfully ask the Minister, what is our government doing to support the Syrian refugees in Ontario?
Thank you. Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And the member from Etobicoke North is absolutely right. This province and this country has a long tradition of welcoming refugees from all parts of the world. In fact, Ontario welcomes more refugees and refugee claimants than any other part of this country, Mr. Speaker. Our province has committed to receiving our share of the 25,000 Syrian refugees that are expected in this country later this year. This is something that I know and believe that all Ontarians should be extremely proud of, Mr. Speaker. We're going to play a critical role in resettlement efforts, and we're already working hand in hand with our federal partners. We've established a cabinet ad hoc committee on Syrian refugees, chaired by Michael Chan, the Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, and myself, and we expect to hear details of the federal government's plan in the coming days. But we're well underway in our preparations here in the province to welcome and receive these refugees, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Minister, as you know, in both your professional and parliamentary capacities, healthcare is a human right, not a luxury. And I know that healthcare facilities all over the province have committed to providing healthcare services to the Syrian refugees who will be coming to Ontario. I also know that the leader of the official opposition was part of the now thankfully passed Dark Ages, otherwise known as the Harper government, which voted to cut health care to some of the world's most vulnerable populations. This was just one, Speaker, of the many, many moves that made Canada unrecognizable to itself. Minister, how will you re-Canadianize our refugee response?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I was proud 15 years ago. I was responsible for the refugee file, working in Lloyd Axworthy's office when he was Foreign Minister, and we invited and welcomed 5,000 Kosovar refugees over a period of just about a month. And we succeeded in that, and that's why I have confidence that we will succeed again. And, Mr. Speaker, I'm so proud of the outpouring of support from our local health partners right around the province. Hospitals, public health units, community health centres, their response has been outstanding. They're so enthusiastic to help. We're developing an action plan in coordination with them. We're monitoring the situation in the Middle East in terms of any communicable diseases or other infections that we should be concerned about that would help alert us in terms of any immediate health needs or protections required. And most importantly, we're working with all our community partners out in civil society who have the expertise and the talent to work with us, including on that important issue of providing mental health supports and trauma counseling. We look forward to working with the federal government in the coming weeks.